Hey guys, it's Amber Mosher, certified mortgage advisor. I'm back with another mortgage market update. I'm going to try to keep this brief, but I've got some really important information to share with you with regards to what's happening on Wednesday, so make sure you listen up. Today is October 27th, 2025, and Wednesday, the Federal Reserve will meet for their monthly meeting. They're expecting a rate cut, and I want to talk about what that means for mortgage. Really quick, these are national average mortgage rates. They're not yours, so you have to contact me to get your own. The 30-year fixed conventional is sitting around a 6.19. A 15-year fixed conventional is at 5.76, and anything government-backed, VA, FHA, maybe USDA, is closer to a 6%, although I'm seeing quite a bit less. So, reminder, Fed Reserve meets on Wednesday for interest rate decision. I want to tell you real quick what this is not. This is not a decision about mortgage interest rates. This is a decision about the Fed funds interest rate, which is the cost of borrowing money between institutions. Now, it does have an impact on what happens with mortgage rates, but we're going to talk about how that works and why we need to make sure that we're correcting any misinformation around mortgage interest rates going down on Wednesday. So there's a tool where everybody tracks what they think the Fed's going to do. And right now for October, there's a 96.7% likelihood that we're going to see a cut. They also look into the future. So in December, it's looking like 94%. And then in January, it's kind of split on what's going to happen. This only matters to us in the mortgage world because the mortgage rates react in anticipation of what they think is going to happen. So if something were to come out and say that, oh, just kidding, we actually see in January that they're not likely to cut at all, guess what? We're probably going to see mortgage rates go up. If they started talking about the likelihood of future rate cuts to the Fed funds rate in January being more of a sure thing, if those jumped up to 90% sure, then we'd likely see mortgage rates react to that and probably go down. Now, there's so much more to this. It's not just what happens with the Fed funds rate or what we think is going to happen. There's a whole lot of economic data that we haven't gotten over the last 3 weeks because of the government shutdown. But I'm going to kindly ask that if any of you are involved in conversations where somebody is telling you that they're going to wait or that they're expecting mortgage rates to go down on Wednesday, I want you to very kindly correct them. As we saw in September, it doesn't necessarily mean that a rate cut translates to lower mortgage rates. In fact, in September, when they cut the Fed funds rate, we actually saw mortgage rates go higher. So if you are an agent out there having conversations, make sure you're not spreading this misinformation. If you are a client who's waiting on a target rate to refi or to purchase and you think that you can time the market, I just want you to know that rarely actually works. If you want to have more of a conversation about how these things actually play in together or what this means for you whenever you're purchasing, then I'd love to talk to you about it. You can find most of my contact information in my bio. That's all I've got for today. Hope this helps, and I'll talk to you soon.